Hey Libra, it's Amber here at Persephone's Journey Tarot. I hope that you're very well. This is your love reading for December 2019. This is for you, Libra, if you have your Sun, Moon, Venus, Ascendant or Descendant in Libra. So if you are an Aries rising, that means that your Descendant is ruled by Libra. Your Descendant is also the cusp of your 7th house. And whichever sign the 7th house cusp is in, that would be the sign that rules your relationships as the 7th and your 7th house, as you probably know. But for those of you that aren't too familiar with astrology and the descendant, yes, that's how it works. So if you are an Aries rising, you'll probably find that the Libra readings will give you some information or perspective into your relationships, especially if you're finding other readings aren't giving you everything that you want, or you have some time on your hands, or you're just not watching videos. You may find that you gain some insight into the energies around Libra, and your relationship house sign. You'll get some insight there. Okay. So yes, happy Christmas, happy New Year. If I don't speak to you before then, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever it is you're celebrating this season. I hope that you have a fantastic time and you get all of your presents that you wanted. So yeah, I hope you have a good time. Thank you for being here with me. You may notice if you're returning that the layout is different for this month's relationship spread. But I thought I'd give something else a try that I've been using in my personal readings that seem to be quite interesting. So yes, we still do have a row here though for your partner's feelings, a row here for your feelings, and then a row as well for like general advice and just further kind of perspective on the situation. So yes, I'll go ahead and begin. So in your partner's row, we've got the Two of Wands, the Hermit card, the Princess of Wands, and the Abundance card, the Three of Cups. So this tells me here, from what I can see, that your partner with the Hermit card may very well be a Virgo, or maybe it's a case of your partner spending a lot of time alone. Now, with the Hermit card here, it looks as if the Hermit card isn't like the Nine of Coins in terms of feeling like there's something missing. In fact, with the Hermit card, it's like they're finding lots of ways probably to fill their time with quite meaningful things. They're using the time wisely to really maybe go through some sort of personal growth, to figure out exactly what it is that they do want, where they're coming from. So they may be going through a bit of a self-evaluation. An adjustment of sorts with regards to their own perspective on the relationship or where their life is going in general. So they're going through their own changes. And the Two of Wands says as well that a decision has been made. And this decision that they have made could have come after quite a lot of thought with the Hermit card. A lot of kind of analysis, readdressing like everything that's led up to this point, where you guys are now, where you're going. And with the Hermit card here, they're wanting something honest and real. They could feel like they're wanting something to be more closer to their inner truth as well with the Hermit card. That's more in line with where their own inner guiding light is kind of leading them. So I feel like with this decision, they are leaving behind the old and moving into the new. They may feel like a part of their life as well with the Two of Wands has come to an end. With the Two of Wands as well, when it comes to change, it's saying that, nothing bad happened in a past situation. It's not like they're running away from a bad situation. It's almost like a very conscious decision to move towards a path that they feel is more in line with their own kind of more inspired kind of outlook, for want of a better word. It's like there's an inspiration here with the Wands cards, especially with the Princess of Wands here, again, moving forward, letting go of the past because of being inspired. So I think here as well, it's showing that your partner doesn't really know what there is really to expect, and maybe has no real expectations of what will be, but they're quite excited to go and discover what could be. And even though they don't know exactly what will happen, they know enough to know that they don't really want to that they really want to take this road, that all the other opportunities that may be available to them, or some past journeys that they've already been on, aren't really ones they want to continue going down or want to go down. It's like they can quite clearly see the wheat from the chaff, in a sense. They can quite clearly see that even though something may have been very valuable in the past to them, whether that be an old relationship, an old path that they were taking, whatever approach, whatever they were doing before, is like they just feel that it's not very fruitful anymore, and that it's worth trying something completely new. And you could be that completely new thing, their relationship with you. And the Three of Cups here does talk about some sort of reunion, a getting together, a bonding. So I think they really want to bond with you. They may really want to get to know you better. They're looking forward to establishing a new bond with you. That's what I'm getting here. They're quite excited with the Princess of Wands about, spending time with you and having drinks with you and good times, and doing things that you both enjoy together. There's an energy of wanting togetherness, doing things together, sharing ideas, sharing your thoughts, communication and bonding, creating something that is solid or built on solid ground. So they could be also quite interested in developing a friendship with you first as well. That might be quite important to them, to have that actual real bond, real understanding of each other as well. So they're in quite a positive place, but also the Hermit card does suggest that they may be currently on their own. So I don't know if maybe they've made this decision and yet they're hoping and looking forward to connecting with you, but that hasn't happened yet. So a decision's being made, they're clear on what they want, but it's yet to actually materialize, or this bonding experience is that very, is yet to happen, So, and that could be you here, because we have the Two of Swords here as your overall energy, and also the Ten of Swords as well as one of your first cards. So you may be also going through your own sort of process of decision, and with the Ten of Swords here, it does talk about a breakthrough in a sense. It can be quite a positive card. So you could be very much also at the end of the road with something. It could be with regards to this relationship. This person could be wanting this person could have realized that, okay, I really like this Libra. I want to reconnect. I want to forget all the past and start over here with a more positive and certain kind of approach. Like, maybe before they were like, I don't know, I'm in an R-ing, or maybe, they weren't totally committed to the situation or something like that. Whereas now they seem to be quite sure, I think, of what they want. And yeah, so maybe you're kind of keeping them at bay with the Two of Swords. Maybe you're saying, okay, I need time to think. I need to think about how I feel about this, because your thoughts, the thoughts that you have about this are, I think, conflicting with how you feel. So I think here with the Princess of Cups that you do feel for this person. You do have feelings for this person, and they are quite new and quite fresh, and maybe not fully developed, but there's definitely an attraction, a feeling of a connection is there for you, and you have romantic feelings for them. But maybe your thoughts are telling you something different. Maybe your thoughts are saying, maybe you need more time to think about this, or this isn't how it should go. Maybe you don't feel like the order is right. There's something in your logic about this that's like, something doesn't add up, or something doesn't make sense, or I need more time, I need more information. I can't make a decision right now because I don't have all the information that I need. That's what's happening here. But I think Spirit is actually kind of giving you a little bit of a warning here, actually, because I see the Ace of Swords here. So there is like this there will come a point, I think, in this month, for those of you that it resonates with, where you will have this clarity. You will overcome this energy of the Ten of Swords, where you do actually end up following your heart and may even kind of go rushing in to come and speak to this person with the Prince of Swords here. And as well with these coins here, it does relate again to this coins or earthy energy. So I'm seeing you actually either traveling to go and see them, especially with the Chariot card here and another Prince here. So I'm seeing you probably kind of coming to some sort of awareness that you want to follow your heart. You want to, instead of staying in your head, you want to actually take some action, get involved, and take a chance in love. You know, even if it's just at first going out on a couple of dates. And but I feel like you're really taking a chance in love, like you're really wanting to try it out. It's like a try it out energy, like, okay, you know, maybe it's like you realize that maybe the way you've been looking at it in the past has actually clouded your judgment, I think, in a fairly limiting way, because the Ten of Swords is here. So there's an end to a way of thinking, and there's also clarity as well. There's a breakthrough. There's a kind of enlightenment as well here with the Ace of Swords. You see things very differently. You may even feel victorious as well, maybe once this person comes to you and actually expresses themselves to you about their decision, about how they feel. You know, you may have a kind of epiphany moment, like, hey, wow, I didn't even realize, okay, yeah, I've been overthinking this. I kind of get that might be what happens, because with the Prince of Swords here, usually he's a person who rushes in to say something, to express themselves. Sometimes even I've seen him before as the knight in shining armor, the person who saves the day with his sword, you know, someone who saves something, who protects something, who demands justice, who brings in fairness. And he's very much that energy of like saving something, and also being very strong in your beliefs. Again, there's like this, I feel like this epiphany, and then like you're like, oh, I get it, and then like you move forward really quickly towards putting these new ideas into action, you know, acting on your new ideas, on your new perspective. So yeah, the Ten of Swords is actually, I think, a positive sign here. And I think in a way the Two of Swords is kind of warning, saying overall message here is, don't allow your thoughts to make you overthink that. Don't overthink this to the point where you're not paying attention to how you feel. How you feel should factor in to your judgment of the situation, not just your thinking about this. Okay. So we've then got the Eight of Coins, the Princess of Swords, again, which talks about a new approach to thinking about this. Also gaining clarity as well as to what's clouding your judgment and what is the truth. So sorting out beliefs, belief systems, habitual thought patterns, and the actual truth. So you're kind of cutting away there, you know, using truth. So you may even have a kind of internal battle as well, I'm seeing, where you're kind of sorting these things out within yourself. There could be a renewal of thought within yourself as well. And there could be a lot of communication between you and this person, especially with this new themed kind of thought, if that makes sense. So you'll be kind of walking the talk in a sense, and with the 8 of coins here, there will be some work that you're going to put in. Again, we're getting this Virgo energy, so it could be a Virgo that you're dealing with. We've got Cancer here as well, Cancerian energy, but we've got more Earth energy here. So it's likely that you're seeing a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Capricorn is quite strong here as well. Virgo is definitely strong here. So we've got 3 cards from my perspective of a Virgo here. So, but it could be any sign. It could just be someone whose Venus is in Virgo, or whose rising is in Virgo and you don't know, or someone whose ruling planet is in Virgo. You know, there could be a Sagittarius, but their Jupiter is in Virgo, so they're very Virgoan. You know, and that could be in their 7th house or something. So it's very much about the relationship. So it could be anyone. You know, really. But these are the energies that are here, showing in the cards. So these might be the energies that you most pick up on. I think with this person is their more earthy energy, or that's what they might display more to you. And with the Prince of Discs, again, this talks about hard work, working hard at something, sticking to something, being prudent. Okay, especially with the 8 of coins. I think Spirit's advice to you is actually to not give up on a situation or this situation. And the Chariot card also talks about not giving up. The Queen of Discs talks about having a long-term view again and planting seeds now, and creating fertile ground. The Queen of Discs is all about, I think for me, she's similar to the Prince of Discs in terms of preparation. Preparing the home, preparing an environment, the practical measures that need to be taken, like creating the environment or creating a foundation for love, for family, for comfort, for nurturing, for growth. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing that with the Queen of Discs here, that, and also all this earth energy, that this may very well be the beginning of things, but you may be challenged to make changes, and that's where the work comes in. Challenged to really think about how you think, you know, and review that. Yeah. And I think it will take work, because if this is a Virgo person you're dealing with, it looks as if this is quite important to them. This is really what they're working towards, building this groundwork. Because this talks about foundations as well, with number 3. So it's about making sure all the bases are covered here. Okay, this person knows exactly, you know, they may be a person that pays a lot of attention to details, such as they are kind of got that Virgo energy. And they kind of want to make sure that everything is prepared just right. You know, everything, the foundations are set properly, that the ground that you're planting your seeds in are fertile, and yeah, there's attention to detail. And with the Prince of Discs, they, you know, there is energy of movement forward, yes, but it's quite serious and it's not haphazard. And I think you're breaking down a lot of barriers here. Maybe together as a couple, there's some sort of bulldozing I'm getting here of things. Sorry about the gardeners outside. But yeah, yeah, there's a certain amount of determination. But the Prince of Discs also talks about not giving up, not going anywhere, sticking to one thing. So it looks like it's quite a serious relationship that's developing here. And it's about sticking to it and not being impatient. And the Chariot card also talks about being unwavering, not allowing yourself to be distracted by things, but to stay focused on one thing and to move forward. You may also have many plates spinning, so it may be a situation where there's a lot of different, like I said, like there's a lot of different things that you guys are working together, working towards together as a couple. So, you know, this could be about a home and buying a home or something like that. But at the same time, you're developing your communication skills. And at the same time, you're doing your own personal kind of, you know, adjustments. And there's like a lot going on. So it's like you are, I think you're being challenged, the Chariot card here, to kind of keep it all together and to remember to stay focused on some sort of end goal, whatever that is for you, so that you do move forward and things don't kind of unravel and kind of fall apart, I guess. But I don't think that will happen. And then again, we've got this Temperance card. Yeah, it's about patience and balance and finding that sweet spot, bringing two different things together and creating something magical. You know, alchemy, transformation. But ultimately, again, there's that message of keeping plates spinning, two things at a time, and doing two things at a time, you know, two different opinions or two different maybe things happening that have to be, both require attention. So whatever that could be that, you know, you need to make more time for each other, but at the same time also focus on work and do what you need to do. The Queen of Distance sometimes be about bringing more focus to home life, but having that kind of balanced home life and work life, you know, creating balance there as well. So that could also be what's going on. And we've got the Capricorn card here, which talks about Capricorn season in December. From December the 22nd, I think, or 23rd, it will be Capricorn season. So it could be that you find that if you are moving home or things like that, that it may occur more around the Capricorn season after the 22nd of December. And that there is a lot of, I think the relationship will probably even gain even more structure and a more definite kind of maybe direction and more security. There may be more commitment. You know, your titles for each other may become more cemented and certain come the Capricorn season, where the balance that is now being worked on, and you guys may be getting to know each other, and there's maybe a lot of back and forth and adjustments that are being made, and you know, you're keeping on making adjustments as you move. And that's what the Prince of this is about as well, where there's, and also the Chariot card, where you're moving forward but you're taking into account, it's like you're constantly making adjustments as you move forward, and that's why maybe it takes a bit slower to actually get to your goal. But I think come December there will be a lot more stability. Okay, so yes, it's quite a nice simple reading, Libra. Let's pull some cards here from the Oracle deck for Libra, December 2019. Okay, sorry, I just felt called just to pull a few more cards just to help clarify things, but I may not need these. So we've got Unfinished Symphony here. So yeah, there's like I said, I think for your person, they've come to the end of the road or something, like I said in the beginning, and they're starting something new with you. It's not that it was a bad thing. It was just a symphony that maybe had a bit of a pause in it. And they had a rethink maybe about things and have decided to continue their journey with you. It's like they were going down a road and it was fine, but they realized that there's another road that could be taken that leads to a lot more happiness and a happier tune here as well. That may seem more fun. I can see here as well. That kind of lets them feel a bit more freer, a bit more spontaneous, and yeah, but there's definitely an ending and a beginning here. I think for both of you, I think this person's come to the end of the road in some chapter of their life and they'd like to try something completely new. And I think that new thing is you in this relationship. And I think for you, you're changing the way that you think or perceive something. You're allowing a lot of maybe old ways of thinking to die out, especially if they were not useful. You were just kind of dragging them along because you were just used to them being there. And it's like, you come to realize, do I actually need them and are they helping me? It's that kind of thing. And then we've got co-create. So I think this is a message for you to co-create with this person. You may be very different, but two very different people can make something very beautiful. So this card will suggest. And I think it will bring in a lot of stability for you as well. But it is about the co-creation. It is about working together here. Okay, and you with the exchanging gifts card here as well, it is saying that you both bring something very different to the table, and there is a bit of a juggling act, I think, happening here between you two as the relationship develops in terms of what you both bring to the relationship. You may be from two very different worlds as well, and that could be also why it's going to take time to move things forward. So I think there's a bit of sensitivity that may be required here as well. Yeah, so we've got taking action and the tribe. So there may be family involved, again, houses, moving into a home, families connecting. So there could be this energy of bringing two worlds together. I mean, maybe it's a case of bringing two families together as well. I'm also seeing here that you are karmically connected in a sense, or you're part of the same soul group, or you've had past lives together or something like that. But you're part of the same family, even if you look very different. And the Yang card here talks about taking action, being brave, being bold, yeah, and basically taking action. Not being afraid to, use that ace energy and take that first step, be brave, be bold, move forward, go for what it is that you want, be a pioneer, that kind of thing. I think you are being asked to do that. And also, even more so, is this refreshment, this newness, allowing change, allowing something new to come forth. Okay. Starting over in some way, a new beginning, I think, is here for you that will require a certain amount of bravery and action being taken. Okay, I don't think I need these actually. Yeah, but just to let you know, we've got peace, never-ending story, observer, and mending. So maybe there is some sort of mending here for you or your partner, or maybe more for you. And it is about changing your perspective on something. And it has been a never-ending story, yeah. And again, we've got the peace card here. These are both called peace, both of these cards. So I think Spirit is just trying to reiterate to you that to be in constant conflict with your mind and your heart or your emotions is not going to bring you peace. You have to somehow marry them together in a sense, or give them both, let them both be heard, and then make a judgment from there. But I think that there's also confirmation that there will be peace coming in the near future. Once you gain a new perspective between deliberating between yes or no, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. And I think this should or shouldn't I energy actually comes from some sort of pain that maybe you've had in the past. That's why you're so indecisive, maybe because of previous beliefs that you've had, pains and experiences that you've had in the past, that has, I think, clouded your judgment in a way of relationships. You may be more pessimistic, you know, or just maybe naturally, you know, you're a Libra, you take a little bit of time to decide on things. So yeah, I feel there will be some mending though in the near future for one or both of you. Healing, emotional healing, and there's two people working together here to achieve that. So yeah, I think you're both kind of on some sort of, especially with the tribe card here, you're both maybe even predestined to be together because of the soul group that you're in. You're here to help each other, I think, even though you're very different, to mend, to co-create, and to help each other. That's also happening here as well. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to read for one of these cards. I think I might read the Yang card. So it says, the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen and taking action. So it says Yang presents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. And that's what the Chariot card is reminding me as well, that there will be success in confident action taking. So it said this card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. That's the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So it says there is no reason to hesitate. That's the Two of Swords. So that is a warning. You are sharper of your destiny now. Okay. So it also says circumstances are supporting action on your part. Okay, so we did see that your partner is pretty much ready. And I think that they're waiting or they're in seclusion of some sort. And it's really your action that's maybe needed here to bring things together. And that's kind of a karmic lesson for you as well. So, or emotional lesson, you know, something that's going to help you grow. It says here, it's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand in matters of the heart. There is movement towards your highest good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air. Definitely here with the Two of Wands and the Princess of Wands. And now is the time to dance to the tune of love and take the lead. Okay, so yeah. Looks like the ball's in your court, Libra. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next month. All right. Bye.